5 days from today, NASCAR is coming to a football stadium and they're bringing their brand new stock car, the Next Gen. We, here at B2B, got some insider information on the car's specs, so we're gonna nerd out while we NASCAR out here today. You ready to get your, let's go get it on the car now, go burn them tire rubber, get all the flu all on there. Let's go around the circle, left hand turns only, let's go! Thank you to Keeps for sponsoring today's video. In the distant future of 2026, hair loss has been eradicated on Earth. But in a universe where 2 out of 3 guys experience some form of male pattern baldness by the time they're 35, we're on a mission to tackle universal hair loss. For we are
Astro Keeps,
led by me, the courageous but polite Captain Maine, with my first officer, Mohawk. Then we got Doc Mop Topperson. Look at all that hair. And junior officer, plus my wife's sister's son, who happens to only be here because he got caught shoplifting at a Ross, Fred Tips. We come in Keeps, which makes hair loss prevention easy by shipping your hair loss medication directly to your door every 3 Earth months. Plus you get access to real doctors online. Now that's out of this world. Start your hair loss prevention today by going to keeps.com/B2B or clicking the link in the description to receive 50% off your first order. And check back for further adventures of
Astro Keeps.
To see the Next Gen in action, check out The Clash this Sunday, February 6th. That's the exhibition race which has kicked off every season since 1979. For this year, instead of Daytona, NASCAR is coming to LA's Memorial Coliseum, a stadium that's better known for football, but was updated with a brand new quarter-mile asphalt track in just 6 weeks. It's pretty sick. I'm gonna be there. So if you wanna come see me, come to that race, I guess. I'll be there. Now, we already made a video on B2B about the Next Gen's body and frame, new gearbox, and independent rear suspension. We spent hours talking with NASCAR insiders to get all the Next Gen info, and we've learned some new cool things. So in today's episode, we're gonna see more of what's new with the Next Gen. Of course, not everyone is happy about the new venue or the new car. You probably are not gonna be able to convince Florida NASCAR fans that the Clash coming to LA is a good thing. But we can explain why Next Gen is exciting and why NASCAR is making the change. The main reason is to make NASCAR grow by attracting new teams, sponsors, manufacturers, and fans. And one way to do that is by making their race cars more like the road cars that you and I can buy. Well, kind of could buy in like 20 years. Something you won't find on performance road cars is 15-inch wheels. So the Next Gen has been updated with 18-inch wheels. Those are forged aluminum as well, so they're light. But the new wheels aren't just for road car looks or less weight on the track. The old 15 by 9.5 Steelies weighed 27 pounds each. The standard 12-inch wide tire adds another 24 pounds for a combined weight over 50 pounds. Now, Next Gen wheels are 18 by 12 inch, and if those were made out of steel, the wheel alone would weigh close to 50 pounds. The Next Gen tires are also larger at 14.4 inches wide, and that means steel wheels would have crew members wrestling nearly 80 pounds over the wall for pit stops. Can you imagine carrying around 80 pounds? Now you know what your grandma felt like when she had to carry your mama around when she was a baby. Mom bird! At the time we recorded this, official weights for the new wheels haven't been announced, but like I said, we got the insider info. Our contact over at NASCAR says the new aluminum wheels weigh 26 pounds. That should keep the total weight of a wheel and tire about the same and shouldn't have pit crews working any harder. In fact, the job might be getting a little easier because those new aluminum wheels use a single center locking lug nut. Most race series like Formula One use a single lug. Some fans are worried this will fundamentally change NASCAR pit stops, but single center lugs require greater fastening torque. The wheel guns in Formula One can apply 2,000 pound-feet of force, and according to NASCAR, their lugs will require more torque than any other racing series. Initial testing has shown that it takes half a second for a wheel changer to fully engage a NASCAR single lug, so pit stops should only be slightly faster. But pit stop speed isn't the reason for the change. During a tire change, getting 20 lug nuts evenly torqued in a matter of seconds doesn't really happen. With steel wheels, that's okay though. A wheel won't be damaged or fly off if one lug isn't tight enough. But aluminum wheels, they are different. They warp or deform more easily than steel. According to NASCAR, an aluminum wheel attached with 5 lugs has a 30% higher chance of failure than a steel wheel. So switching to a single center lug ensures there's even pressure holding the wheel on and less chance of damage. The change to larger, lighter aluminum wheels isn't just for looks or for the convenience of pit crews. Those wheels also let Next Gen run new tires and new brakes. We made an entire episode about how larger wheels are going to change Formula One for 2022, and a lot of that applies to NASCAR as well. Wider wheels means wider tires. The old NASCAR tires are 12 inches. Next Gen tires, they're 14.4 inches. That's like 2-something inches bigger. That means more grip while accelerating, cornering, and braking. Switching from a 15-inch to 18-inch diameter wheels also means lower profile tires. The old NASCAR tire had a 6.6-inch sidewall. Next Gen, 5 inches. Tire sidewall does some of the suspension's job, absorbing bumps and keeping the tread in contact with the road. But sidewalls aren't tunable like springs and shocks. So a shorter sidewall flexes less, and that lets teams dial in the suspension more for sharper handling and more precise direction changes. The Next Gen tires are a newly developed Goodyear Eagle race compound that's softer than before. They'll have higher initial grip, but also more fall off. That means that the tires, they're gonna wear faster, losing grip. Our insider at NASCAR told us that predictable tire degradation to increase the role of tire management strategy is one of the goals for the new compound. If you follow F1, that probably sounds familiar. If you watch F1 and NASCAR, leave a comment down below. You're one of the 3 people that do. One thing that nobody wants degrading during the race is the brakes, and the new wheels help there too. Current NASCAR brake discs are 12.7 front and rear. Bigger wheels means Next Gen can fit 15-inch discs in the front and 14s in the rear. Those do a better job preventing brake fade. Just like a larger radiator, the greater surface area of a larger brake disc will dissipate more heat and prevent that fade. If you want to learn more about brakes, click right here. We did a whole episode on it. Went to Willwood, sick. Got him on the Catfish now. What's up? Whether it's NASCAR or Formula One, every team has to deal with the same basic issues of things like grip, heat, pit strategy, and how to conquer all those problems to win races. One of the biggest challenges in any form of racing is aerodynamics. And a lot of what's new about the Next Gen is specifically targeted at the problem of dirty air. Competitive, exciting racing depends on cars being able to make passes. Dirty air is the turbulent wake that a race car produces as it moves through the air. That can slow the cars behind it, making it difficult or even impossible to pass. On a straight, dirty air isn't always a problem. The hole that the front car leaves in the air can actually improve the speed of the cars behind it through slipstreaming. But in corners, that same hole means that there's less undistributed air for the trailing car's aerodynamic parts to generate downforce. Less downforce means less grip and lower cornering speeds. The Next Gen car has 2 big changes that not only increases downforce, but also cleans up dirty air. A flat floor and a rear diffuser. If you look underneath the old Cup car, say when one goes airborne, you can see all the suspension, the driveline, even the bottom of the engine. All those nooks and crannies and exposed mechanical bits slow the air traveling underneath the car. That creates a high pressure area which, like an airplane's wing, creates lift or a reduction in downforce. The uneven surface also creates turbulence, and that air escapes out the back as dirty air. Now Next Gen uses a flat carbon fiber floor that seals the underside. Air can flow more quickly underneath the car with a flat floor, creating less pressure. Now Next Gen combines that with a rear diffuser. That acts like an expansion chamber, increasing the speed of the air that's escaping from underneath the car, further reducing air pressure. That creates downforce. And it also smooths that air's reintegration into the higher pressure ambient air, reducing the car's turbulent wake. Meaning Next Gen racing is gonna be tighter than ever. And with new, stronger carbon fiber reinforced plastic body panels, they'll be able to freaking take a little dash and bash. Let's freaking slamming into each other. Call it all bumper car racing. A little bumper car racing. You ever heard of bumper car racing? That's not a thing. The aerodynamic changes have created a problem because the next-gen cars have more drag than ever before. As speed increases, the engines have to work harder to overcome the aerodynamic effect of the new bodies. In next-gen testing, drivers noted that high-speed passing was now harder because there wasn't enough power once all that downforce started working. That's actually one problem that's pretty easy to solve. All you need is more power. And one thing that's not new with the next gen is the power plant. Unrestricted NASCAR engines are capable of over 900 horsepower, but that's way too much for most races. With the old Cup cars, that power was restricted depending on the type of track and can be as little as 550 horsepower. So initially 550 was going to be the base power package for next gen as well. And they combined that with an 8-inch rear spoiler that created a lot of drag. And this got some fans complaining, expecting the cars to be too slow. But after testing and listening to the drivers and teams, NASCAR decided the baseline for next gen will be 670 horsepower with a relatively small 4-inch rear spoiler, ensuring that there's plenty of power on tap. 670 will be the power for all tracks other than the super speedways, but spoiler sizes, they're going to vary according to our sources. With its focus on handling, it's clear that the next-gen car is built more like a road racer and less like an oval track car than anything that's come before it. But overall, the new car is designed to manage challenges that every race series has to deal with: tire strategy, dirty air, and keeping the competition as close and exciting as possible. As for NASCAR's future, we can expect to see even more changes in years to come. They even said that next gen puts the sport on a path to incorporate electrification. And we were also told that the next gen is just a first step towards having car technology and a race series that's attractive to European manufacturers.
Looks pretty good.
Donut has posters?
Yeah, Donut has posters.
Donut has posters? Yeah, Donut has posters.
Donut has posters?
Yep, Donut has posters.
Wow!
Wow!
Wow, posters.
Hang them in your bedroom, your office, or have them professionally framed for your garage. Get your Donut posters today at donutmedia.com.
Wow!
Wow!
Wow, posters.
Thanks guys so much for watching this episode of B2B. We appreciate you. You guys like NASCAR stuff? You gonna go to the NASCAR race? I'm gonna be there. So if you're gonna be there, hit me up. I'll be walking around the pits, I'm sure, in the stands, cheering on. Follow us here at Donut, at Donut Media. Follow me at Jeremiah Burton. Click like, subscribe, all that good stuff that really helps us out. Until next week, bye for now.